We are live. Put on your pretty faces. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
No.
We're just getting ready for backer shots. No big deal.
Okay, so what are those campaign numbers before we do our intro?
For the guy that's not on here yet, has 18 backers. Dig Two Graves has 134. He just now jumped up 2, so we have to take 2 shots.
What the fuck? All right.
I actually saw 135 when I was taking numbers.
Well, when
Right
I took
before we
my
went
numbers, 134.
Okay.
He just wants to kill me tonight.
So we gotta take 2 shots for that.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
52 card pinup is at 225.
Woo.
Well done, CARA Nicole.
Let's die tonight.
So you know, I should be up 10. I should be up 10 grand. Like they're fucking me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Well, do you want to?
I'm gonna hit the intro.
That's
Okay.
what I was going
Yeah,
to say.
'cause we're
Do the
live.
intro, and then we need to talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna hit the intro. We're gonna introduce ourselves. Then we're gonna take our shots, and blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Hail hoes.
Yeah. Here we go. Hello, welcome to another round of backer shots. We got another full house tonight, guys. And me and Nita are doing Jolly Rancher shots.
Yes, ma'am.
It's the good stuff. Well, hopefully.
My liver aches for you.
Mm-hmm. She's just happy she's not doing liquid cocaine anymore.
I know. Yeah.
Me too, because I couldn't handle another night of vomit soundtracks.
You can make a CD with it. But yeah, I am your Indie Princess Lola. I am the EIC over at IndieVault.com, and I'm the creator and writer of Lore, which is in demand on Indiegogo. I am joined by my co-host, Nita. How are you?
I am great. I am fantabulous. My name is Nita Lanning. I am everybody's co-host. I am co-host of Backer Shots and co-host of Ragin' ABC with Meredith Logren. I am also founder of Ragin' Promotions and social media manager of Indie Vote Radio and Arrow Comics 4.0.
Mm-hmm.
Meredith.
Yes,
Sorry,
ma'am.
I'm handling messages.
Oh, I guess it's my turn. I am Meredith Lochran. I am the associate editor over at Geek Insider, as well as the executive producer of the Geek Insider podcast, one of the founding members of Ragin' ABC and Ragin' Promotions, with the co-host of Backer Shots this evening. I am also a writer of prose and spent the last year scripting out comics, and now I am struggling to get my words back for prose. Where are they? Yeah, so been keeping myself really busy, and I am going to pass the mic, I guess, to Jim Tanner.
Hi. Jim Tanner. I am the creator of SN Comics. Current run right now, we have a new book out called Dig Two Graves.
And Kara.
Oh, that's me. So I am CARA Nicole. I am known as Arizona Power Girl. I can be found everywhere on the internet that isn't blocked off. My secret identity is CARA Nicole, AC Power Girl. You can even see it's on the side of my shirt. It says Power Girl.
Nice.
And yeah, you can find me everywhere that cosplayers are to be found, but probably not. I'm hiding behind your trash can. I'm hunting you down in the middle of the night. Just saying.
I'm not going outside at night now.
Oh, you will. Just you wait.
And we are also joined by Diana and Chris. How are you guys tonight?
Good evening.
Hello, everybody. It's awesome. Awesome to be here.
My wife has a drink. I have no idea what it is, but I'll sample it at some point.
Okay.
Well, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and let us know what you're working on?
Oh, I'm Chris. This is Diana. I'm the creator of The Great Cyclopean, which I'm currently working on. But my other book, the one that we just put out just before this, was Cluster Fudge, and it might be more appropriate for the MA rating.
Cluster fudge, that's so cute.
That one's a mature book. Cyclopean's more of an all age, but hey, it's great.
That is not a
to be
mature
here
book.
anyways.
That is an immature book.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Actually, The Great Cyclopean, we're finishing up on Wednesday. We have been running a Kickstarter campaign, and I'm happy to say that we have made the
Funding.
we
We made the
funding,
goal.
so
Yes.
we're excited about that.
Yep.
And the Cluster Fudge is still on demand, and that's through Indiegogo.
That one already made the funding too. Yeah.
And it's a really dark comic.
Well, if well-read reviews, they said it was like the darkest comic they ever reviewed. So I'm like, oh, I think that's a good thing.
I didn't think it was that bad, but
Yeah.
that says a lot about me, I guess, right? It's a really dark comic. I don't know.
Yeah, you're a little crazier than we thought.
The newbie shows up. Yes.
You're scaring me now.
It's Joe in the chat. He says congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, it was actually really cool. It came at 7:30 in the morning, and we were just like, what? It's always fun when you finally break that, funded level.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was
Yeah,
a
it
nice
was
day
very
all
good.
day long.
It was like, yay.
All right, Nita, you ready? Take her 2 shots.
Yeah, I got them poured. So are you ready?
Yeah, I got mine poured.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to pull up all the campaigns. All right, ready?
Yep. Let's go.
All right.
Oh my.
Ugh. This
Ugh.
tastes gross.
Oh my god, it tastes like fucking cough syrup.
It tastes really bad.
Is it Desitin? Because that's good.
No.
No.
It's
This
like
is bad.
That is
got,
gross.
we got one more.
I'm going straight vodka. All right, let's go.
Come on.
Go.
That was like 2 days of prep for that drink.
Wow.
And
They
it's
basically
bad.
took some Jolly Ranchers and threw it in the vodka bottle to melt them.
That's gross.
Well, how do you melt your Jolly Ranchers?
I suck on them.
Oh,
No. We don't do this here, Meredith. Wrong
how you
show.
doing, girl? What's up?
How do you melt them, Kara Nicole?
I just set them outside. I live in Arizona. I just think I'm
Oh my god.
So the reason why they were doing a couple of shots is because just as we were going live, there were already backers. So we've got 52 card pinup, Dig Two Graves, and the Great Cyclopean.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Cyclopean. You got to say it all cool.
Cyclopean.
Cyclopean.
So we're and of course Lore,
Yeah, Laura's
which
in
is
the background.
still. Yeah. So anytime there is a backer, even if it's $1, and we're not trying to kill the girls, but I'm just letting you know that even $1 brings up that backer count, and the ladies do a shot. I don't know who else is participating. Who
My
else is
wife's got tequila here.
Ooh.
I've never
Tequila.
drank it before. That was my first shot of one ever.
He doesn't
Oh,
drink. so
tequila's
it's not a good
bad.
thing.
Oh,
We don't do tequila. I end up like naked and
Me too.
I don't know where I got there, and my
There's no
blood inside of
warm
my
in it.
mouth's all black. I have no idea what happens.
Yeah. It's
Nita, I'm switching my drink. I can't do
I
that.
already did. I'm going straight green apple vodka, man.
That shit is
That
gross.
sucks, man. Look at that waste.
Jim, are you doing shots too, or do you have a drink of choice this
I have-
evening?
I have a Jack and Coke I've been working on. So
Nice,
Nice.
nice.
Right.
See, I'm a designated driver, so I have to behave. I have coffee. So
You've
boring.
always got an excuse not to drink.
I know, right?
You would think my son would want his driver's license, right? You would think that
No,
he
we
would
all
want
wanna
that
show power,
little
Meredith.
bit of freedom to be like, "See ya, I'm going out" or something. Like, no. What is it with this generation, huh?
I know.
I gotta know.
Crazy. They're crazy.
Well, I don't know how to drive. If it makes you feel any better.
No, Lola, hush now.
No, but I have a reason. Mine's mental. I probably
mine
will
was
never
too.
drive.
Hey,
I
can
would-
we say hi to Pyrette? I just noticed the chat and she's in there.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Yay. Pyrette's awesome. She's always sharing our stuff on Twitter, and I appreciate that. So
Absolutely.
So, but right before we did the intro, Karen Nicole, you were saying something about like your posts are being taken down right now on Facebook.
Or
Mass.
buried. I don't think they're being taken
Mass.
down. Are you
No.
able to find them if you go dig them up by link?
No, they are being
Oh, they're just
removed.
gone.
They're
Okay.
they're gone.
Wow.
Stuff from a year ago. Like bring out your
Holy
time
whoa.
stone, Zuckerberg.
Another shot.
Like Firebit shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
like Firebit shit.
Oh
Nita.
my god.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah.
Another shot. Kara just got a backer.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
does that count, or do you have to take another one? You don't have to.
I'm gonna make you a tracker link and run it everywhere but Facebook and look at the analytics and see what's going on.
I would love that. Let's
Hello.
talk. I'm trying to learn and see what's going on because it's really ridiculous. And they're not just doing it to me, they're doing it to other creators I know. And it's making it very difficult for us to, to run our businesses. And I think, gotta sound conspiracy here, but these big corporations, if they wipe us all out, they're seeing that people are starting to create their own businesses and they don't want that. If we have our own businesses, we're not working for them. If we work for them, they can pay us what they want. And guess where we spend our money? At their cheap ass businesses. And it keeps the money going in their pockets. And that's what they want. They don't want us using our own printers who are small businesses. They don't want us supporting Gemini boxes. They don't want us supporting independent artists because independent artists aren't out working at the big W and the big M. That's the well. You notice that they'll never pull a post from Wally World. They'll never post they'll never pull a post from about the McRib. Like who's spamming now? I'm saying, hey, I have a new campaign. Everybody, I'm letting you know. They're like, oh, come buy our food. Rah, rah, rah.
Where were you posting on Facebook? Where it was like were you doing it to, like was it being posted from groups or your
groups
homepage?
are being pulled. My own groups are being pulled. My personal page is being pulled. My Instagram is being pulled. My stories are being pulled. My fan page, everywhere.
Huh.
Everywhere. And they also, I think that they're learning about Kickstarter links. So even the KCK links, they're pulling those.
Yeah.
So what I did is I actually went to GoDaddy and I bought a domain, www.karanicole.club, because they see the .com as a threat. .com, you're going to take people away from my precious Miho, my precious site. So it's a .club. And it goes straight to the Kickstarter. And that's been a little bit. Oh, yeah. I also have a VPN going on so that they don't see that me and my husband have the same IP address. But I posted an image of me in a bikini in one of my costumes that was for the campaign. My husband posted it. They deleted my entire post. They deleted that image from his post of multiple images. They are really, really, really hurting us. And this is why it's so important to get those people sharing.
It's just because you're hot, Kara.
Well, then you know what? You're next on the chopping block. You're getting it too, aren't you?
I've got it once already. Yep.
See? They're coming for you.
And once you're on the radar, it is like the AI gotcha.
We're going to write a story. We're going to come up with our own story, and we're all going to have variant covers of us and like the sexiest thing. And it's going to be a story about like hot women who get kicked down by society so much that they finally get together and revolt. We're going to have like badass, like Mad Max kind of gear.
What if we made like 2 Bitleys for the campaign, Meredith, and took one, threw it everywhere on Facebook, all around the groups over the next couple days, and then the other one to all the other social medias and follow that and see where it goes.
Yeah, I'd be kind of curious to see what that.
All right, I'll set that up tonight.
Mark says, can I get a shot since I backed both Lure and 52 pinup? Damn right, Mark. Cheers to you.
Come on, dude. Why not?
So tell us a little bit about it, Kara.
Oh, okay. So I had this idea, right? I'm like, hey, let's do a card deck because that'd be super cool. It's different, it's innovative, and who has a card deck? And I'm going to make every single card a different cosplay. And people were like, are you going to have enough cosplays to do that? I'm like, hold my beer. So I go through and I'm thinking, well, even if I have to use like a boudoir of a Catwoman plus a regular Catwoman, well, let me tell you, I did not repeat a cosplay. I did not repeat a character. And I still have stuff that I haven't touched. So we have books as well. So my husband says, I don't know anything about cards. What if we were to put all those images in a book?
That's a hot
And I'm
picture.
like, okay, we could do that. And I'm like, hey, you heard of this game called 52 card pickup? And he's like, no. And I'm like, damn, maybe people were just being mean to me in my life, right? Like, how do you not know this? Like, my idea is so stupid. I suck. So I asked a bunch of other people, you heard of the game 52 card pickup? And they're like, yeah, of course. Who hasn't? And it's like, okay, everyone else has heard of this except you. And he's like, hey, we didn't play cards in Mexico where I'm from, the part of Mexico he's from. We played dominoes. I'm like, you don't want to play this game with dominoes.
No.
That would hurt. No. So everyone knows about this like 52 card pinup. So not only do you get the 52 cards, you're going to get the Joker cards and the stretch goals. You have a wild card because you got to have a wild card and an old maid, which got pulled off of my personal page. And I'm like, what the shit? So yes, this is the campaign that they don't want you to have. And you know what? Tell them to stick it. Show them that what you want and what we want matters. So I've got books, I've got cards, I've got available poker chips, I've got bottle openers, I've got prints you can add on, I got a VIP pack with everything, and I'm adding on new add-on availabilities throughout the entire campaign. So if you watch, be like, oh, that's a print now. Oh, this is a new one. Oh, we got that as well. So I wanted to bring something that's new and fun out to the world.
That was a good pitch.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Now for this
That
picture, Kara, did you
that-
use glue?
I used painter's tape,
Okay.
but the cards in the air were actually a bunch of bursts of shooting cards in the air. And I will tell you, I did not 52 card pick up that. That was 2 decks, and we just swooped that up and threw that away.
You didn't even play your own game.
Well, I don't have them in yet. I have to have the money to buy them. So the poster up there, the Fire Bitch poster, is actually a 24 by 36 inch poster. That is the big posters.
That is
Everyone's
huge.
like, I want a big poster. You got a big poster. And it's actually a really reasonable price. I think it's only like $30.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all, actually. That's
So
not
we've
bad.
hit a bunch of stretch goals, and we are really close to our next stretch goal, which is a magnet. And 3 of our stretch goals are different songs. So with Fire Bitch 2, we released an entire album. With the calendar campaign, we did an EP, and with this campaign, we're doing an EP. And the song on the video is just the music of Secret Heart, which is the first song to be released from this.
Are you releasing that on a physical format or just like an MP3?
No, just digital. So with Fire Bitch 2, we actually have a CD that was given to all backers, and you can still get that on the Indiegogo campaign. You get the free CD, but for this one, just the EP is it's all digital, and those will also be released on Spotify as well because we want to get it out.
This looks really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, we had some prototypes made up. And we have bottle openers, prints, and I'm always down for different ideas. If people want to throw different ideas out there, what do you got? What do you want to see? And it's funny because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to see this, I want to see that. And then you do it and they don't buy it. So
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with comic books.
I know. You should do koozies. You buy 500 koozies, I will do koozies because the only way I can afford them is if I make 1,000. So I have tons of different options. Hey, Ace Bonnie, thank you.
Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat.
He says, Kara's books are amazing quality. I can only imagine how the cards are going to be.
Nice. Let's see.
She lost 52 card pickup. That should be a story for this campaign. That will be a story for the next issue of Confessions of a Cosplay Diva. Oh, so that one right there with the Zatanna, that's actually a holofoil jeweled edition.
Ooh.
So I offered a jeweled edition for Fire Bitch 2 and for Confessions of a Cosplay Diva. So they are actually, it's a holofoil cover with I can't say that word, crystals placed throughout the cover. And they are gorgeous. And I use Her Royal Highness Princess Jewel, who is an actual master jeweler, to do it. So you're not going to get any hokey crap falling off or whatever. Like, she is legit. Now, implied odds, those patches, let me know if you want the link to order your own patches. It is Facebook inmate something, because I'm constantly being in Facebook jail. So, but OnlyFans doesn't let you use the word jail. Just saying.
They don't let you use a lot of words.
They don't. We need to go over and make a list because they don't tell you what that list is.
We do, yeah.
Good odds. That one is my pantyhose. That was such a cool place to shoot. And my entire next Patreon photo set is all pantyhose. Super sexy. Not just those, but I have other ones. I have one called Blindfolded in Bed. You guys are getting like the first sneak peek of that, you know, I'm blindfolded and in these super sexy pantyhose.
That's very popular right now.
Yeah, right? Well, Captain Marvel, that one's foil. That's a holofoil. And then Up the Ante, the Black Cat, I just released and haven't even told anybody, but it is now up on the campaign as a print add-on.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So Velma, everyone loves Velma. And Chitara. I was actually surprised that the classic suit did better than the bikini, as far as fans go. And then there's the...
Yes, we were all young once. Be like, I'm gonna look at this sexy beast right here.
So if you look at
by the way,
if you look at my YouTube page, I have music videos, and one of the music videos I have is Chitara singing "Eye of the Tiger," and I've got the super speed, and I've got the staff waving around, and
I've watched that.
Did you?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I need the views. So
yeah, I did watch that.
Oh, a refill.
Everybody needs to go over and back 52 card pinup. The link is in the chat and is also in the description of the video. See who's up
share the hell out of it. Share. Let's keep it out there.
Our next victim will be
yes.
Hey, that's mine.
Great artwork.
Yeah, that's our cover done by Wilton Santos. He does work. I think he's working on some of the Star Wars series for Marvel right now.
Wow. That's amazing.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
So my book is this one specifically is kind of like my throwback to those classic like 70s, 80s revenge films. I really love those. So I wanted to bring that that story to a modern take. So it's you got that, you know, the revenge element with that kind of a classic noir, slow burn story style. But, you know, keeping the action there because, you know, people are big fans of, you know, like say like John Wick, things like that. So we're trying to do a lot with one, you know, this story here. This is our interior pages. Our artist is Von Randall. He's been great. But yeah, so it's been really fun. So this is book 2, planned for 12 books for the entire story run, which is always fun to do with, you know, Kickstarter comics. So, but we try to get as much in each book as possible. So each book is actually, we run 40 pages per book. So
there's a picture of Nita.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of response on that one.
Who's your? Did you draw this? Are you the artist, or did you someone bring in an artist?
No, I wish. I'm the writer. So,
Okay.
yeah, my artist that I have that does the interiors, this is Von Randall.
This is
So,
lovely.
oh
This
yeah,
is
he's great.
incredible.
So I love his work. So, actually, so the original book, the first Dig Two Graves I did, came out in, I want to say 2013, and we had a totally different artist at that point. And it was a good book. It looked good, but he had a little bit of problem with deadlines. So we decided to just create a new team, and then we actually had Vaughn go back and redo book one. So now the art matches completely from book one into book two. And we also brought in a colorist, things like that.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah, that one is one of our mini posters. I don't know the artist's name off the top of my head. I have to look on the file, but we sent that out to our backers, asked them, what they liked, if they wanted this as a cover, if they wanted this as a poster. And the response I got back was people really wanted this as a poster. So
Yeah,
we
it's
threw
really
that in
cool.
there for everybody. And we tried to get a wide variety of covers. So for the most part, I reached out to different artists. This one is, his name's listed there. I can't read it from here, but he does like Robotech and Power Rangers.
I
And
can't
basically,
pronounce his last name.
yeah. And a lot of the guys I work with are foreign. So, and I only know them through like chats or email. So I'd butcher their names anyway, probably. But yeah, I send it out to them. I tell them what the book's about, and I kind of give them, free reign.
I like
this
this
one.
one.
Yeah, Nathan Swersey, if I said that correctly. He just did it in his style, and he obviously did it more of like a sexy pinup style for that one. So, and then this one is Aaron Bartling. So obviously like more of a painted, realistic kind of look. We really dig that one. And then we're doing the regular plus virgin for the variant covers. A more colorful, I wouldn't say anime, but closer to that cartoony style with the brighter colors. That one's by Jose Carlos. I like that one too. And then
Now
yes,
we're getting sexy.
yeah, we do have the sexy ones. So, like I tell people, the book itself isn't necessarily sexy. It's not. It's a very dark book. It deals with a lot of heavy themes. But for Kickstarter, obviously, we know people like different types of rewards. So we tried to get a mix and match for everybody. We even have the cosplay. I actually reached out to CARA about doing one, but unfortunately, that was towards the end when we had to kind of wrap things up. So I never had a chance to follow up. But
Yeah, hit me up and we'll, yeah.
So yeah, that's the two we went with for our cosplay covers. And then these are the nude, non-nude variants. We had a couple versions of these, so. And then these are the print and the poster that comes with the. So you get the poster and the cover, or the book, the main cover. So.
I like that.
My wife's
print.
like, that's really good. I'm like, yeah, it's really, really good stuff.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I found some great artists. I have a good, a mix and match of, men and women from all sorts of places from life. And, I think I get a lot of interesting takes on some, the same character. So, I've been really lucky with the people I've gotten to work with. So, and then, standard reward stuff. We got stickers. We actually just hit our funding goal recently, so it unlocked most of the stickers. Depending on how we end, we'll probably throw in some bookmarks, and I want to get stuff like magnets, and we're looking at maybe getting some coasters made.
Okay.
It's hard to come up with something original that's not going to, break the bank too. So
yeah,
I'm not pulling in the Brian Padillo Lady Death numbers just yet. So I can't offer everything under the sun, but we're trying to make it at least somewhat fun. So I'm hoping the book is what people enjoy, but obviously I know people like the little extras they get. So, and I'm trying to listen to feedback. Some people, stickers are fun, but they have no use for them. So we're trying to find things based on
Who
feedback.
doesn't have use for stickers?
Thank you. Like, for real. What the hell? If you've got Surface, you've got use for stickers.
Right?
I mean, everybody, I can feel them because, like I said, I'm in a very small space. I'm in a bedroom right now because we're in a very cramped area. So, but yeah, so we're trying to mix things up a bit for everybody. So, like I tell people, if you want to see something else, shoot me a note. I'm really open, and I love feedback. So hopefully we'll, as the campaign moves on and into the next one, hopefully that if it's something you wanted you didn't see, we can try to make it happen the next time. But like Kara said too, somebody will recommend something, so you do it, and then they don't order it, so then you're just eating that cost. So
yeah, someone was like, "Do wooden nickels," and I'm like, "Okay," and then like, do you know how much these fucks cost?
More than a nickel, I bet.
More than a nickel. Especially if you
Damn
can't get
right.
those high quantities. You'll see like, oh, they're only 1 to 10 cents each. And then you'll hit them up and you'll be like, oh, they're 75 cents a piece. Mother. And then the thing is they're doing that shit where they're like, I'm like, this is not what it says on your site. Oh, that's wrong. And I want to be able to be like, I'm going to report your ass. I need to talk to your manager. I got another backer. I need to drink anyway.
I know. I was just going to say it.
Let's do it.
But yeah, we need to talk. Like I see you yeah, I feel you, my sister.
Let's go.
Oh, that's so much better than the Jolly Rancher.
It is. Somebody says a sticker book.
We need to make that. That should be a stretch goal. Let's make that a sticker book.
That would be epic. Oh,
Nita would be all over that. Oh my
Yeah.
oh
god.
my
Bye,
god.
Joe.
Also, that would be great for people go around with their little sketchbooks and have artists draw. But for writers, what do? Right? Maybe we throw a sticker. Maybe we have like a saying on a sticker and throw a sticker in there.
There you go. That would work actually.
Mm-hmm.
It would, because I do get stickers and I don't want to, I don't know where to put them.
Well, and you don't want to waste it. 'Cause, like, this is too good a sticker
Right.
to put on something that's going to end up in the trash.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
So a sticker book would be
look.
great. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
She just flashed a sticker. You should do it. Kara, do it.
I just might do that.
Yeah, I'll order a sticker book. For
That's
sure.
your second one, isn't it?
Yeah,
She's gonna start getting loud on y'all.
I'm not. They'll just mute me.
No, I
I'll
won't.
just fall out.
Oh,
of my
no.
chair.
You get loud, honey. That way I'm not over here loud by myself.
Oh, stop. It's okay.
Hi.
Hi. My husband's like, oh God. Do you know this is a drinking show? I'm like, what do you mean it's a drinking show? I had no
It
idea.
is.
No, I knew. It's like, what are you drinking?
Nita,
Oh, yes, ma'am.
another shot.
I hadn't even finished typing up my ad for this campaign, man.
Well,
All right.
do
Hold
you
I'm
dig
coming,
two,
yo. I'm coming.
dig 2 graves? Just got
Oh,
one.
hell yeah. All right. Ready.
Let's
Did
go.
2 graves? Got one too?
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, I can never keep up with them.
No, you couldn't.
Oh.
So if somebody does a big enough back, you guys have to do another Jolly Rancher one just because.
No. I put that shit aside.
Yeah, if
That
somebody
and you
comes here,
retired the liquid
somebody, I'll take
cocaine.
3 of the Jolly Ranchers.
I'd rather do liquid cocaine than what I just tasted.
No, nuh-uh. I'd drink that whole bottle before I do one shot of that shit.
Our next victim.
Next victim.
You don't want to do the pitch?
This is so cool!
He is I find him incredibly attractive. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out here. He had this drawn, and I woke up, and he's like, "Hey, honey, what do you think of him?" Like, "Oh my God, he's hot." And he's like, "What? Look at his abs." That must make me really weird, but I think he's very cute. I don't know.
So the premise of this guy is that he falls to Earth from outer space and is raised by the American government. He just graduated from high school, and he's trying to make his way as a government agent superhero. It's really about the character of the story, more or less, as opposed to just a superhero who gets assignments and goes out and
Right.
busts bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
It is targeted at all ages. Like I said, the worst you'll get in this is there's a scene where he's in his tidy whities.
Yeah,
Now, she's my editor. She
he
made me
looks
put
really
in.
cute in him too.
Yeah, she made me put in
Just
tidy
saying.
whitey. I was like, I don't know, and she's like, yeah, it'll be great. So yeah, he's in his tidy whities. I do the whole book by myself, by the way. She's the editor, and it's
Yep.
not because I'm cheap or anything. It's because I'm really hard to work with.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am. So like, instead of putting other creators,
He'd
through
rather
it.
torture his wife. That which is.
Yeah, well, it's kind of, this is a cop out in a way, but it's kind of related to my Asperger's.
Oh,
I feel you.
hate,
I feel you.
yeah, I hate when people use that as an excuse, but it kind of is. I just get so focused on stuff that I'm like, why don't you live and die based on the same lines I do? And so
I am the star of my show. He tells me that all the way. I'm like, that's
we all
good.
are. I tell her everybody's
And
the star
you
of their
are
own
part
movie.
of my show, and I'm like, but I don't want to be.
You're the star of your own movie, but you're the co-star of my movie.
But
see?
I want to just say something about Cyclopean. It is a character that Chris had since he was a kid, like
Right.
literally like 8, 9 years old. He started drawing him, and he is somebody that's been close to his heart. Like I've known about him, but it wasn't until the last year that you really started
I didn't
to
introduce her
yeah,
until recently when I drew
Yeah,
him for
yeah.
the first time.
But the cool thing about him is that he's a deaf mute, right? So he doesn't speak; he uses sign language, and obviously he can't hear. So it's very funny. Like some of the scenes that he has, it's like there's a lot
Yeah,
of
thank you,
funny
Pirate and
things.
Lorenzo, by the way.
A lot
Yeah.
of funny.
Well, because he's
quirky
deaf and
things
mute,
that
like
happen.
when you see him in costume, you'll instantly think that he's a Superman clone. Everybody does.
Oh yeah, because of the cape.
But his powers are limited. He's being framed as a Superman type character by the government. But he's limited in powers, and he's deaf and he's mute. So he gets into situations where he can't go into a building with a radio for someone to be the computer guy to help him through the building.
Right.
He literally has to do things. And part of his powers are based on his muscles being tightened. He's almost invincible when he sees an attack coming because he flinches. His muscles get hard underneath his skin, and it makes him.
Muscles.
But if he doesn't see it coming, he's far less invincible. So he's got some real Achilles heels.
And let's talk about the lack of his head.
What about the lack of his head?
He doesn't have a head. Eyeball guys, right? So think of the structure of like your eye. It's just an eye.
But the whole his whole lump, if you want to call it a head,
lump. It's his
is
eye.
actually
It's
made
big,
of a mass of
beautiful
muscle that's over the top of his eye. I've actually started to detail a biological drawing that, of course, is a little bit fictional.
See,
but
it'll be fun.
At the suggestion of another artist, she wanted me to detail the muscle structure under his head, and I'm like, I don't know, it's muscle. But she's like, no, really, you should draw it. So I'm going to draw it out for her. And
I think it'll be very cool. And there's also a bonus. We are going to share the backstory or the beginning story of Cyclopean.
Oh, you're talking. So in this first issue, and it is a multi-issue series, you'll see a bonus story of Kidclopian, which is actually Cyclopean in the 3rd grade as he was being raised by the military with a bunch of other freaks, including Zoe the Zombie, Billy the Blob, and Jimmy Domo Dosho. And they're all 3rd graders just messing around with stuff. And we are actually hiring another artist to draw that in the future because I want a more softer look, cartoony, cute look. But this was the first prototype story, so we added it in the first issue. Yeah. And
let's see. And as far as some of the perks, we did something interesting this time. In the last couple of campaigns we've run, we have family members that are not comic book readers at all, but they wanted to support us. And they're like, we're going to get the book. And honestly, it's not anything. We just don't read comics. So Chris came up with this idea of having backers that might be like some of our family members that want to support it, buy some issues. And the Comic-Cons, we've scheduled 3 Comic-Cons were scheduled this summer. We are going to be giving those books to children from the ages of 12 to 17. We're going to have them, give it. They're going to give us their first name.
So what we want to do is track it to the point of first names and states. So if Joe from Illinois buys 5 free books, which aren't free, free for the kids, when we give them out at the show, we'll get the kid's first name. So the kid will know that Joe from Illinois bought him a book, and Joe will find out that he bought a book for, Sue from Maine and Eddie from New Jersey and whoever else we run into. It's all first names because I don't want to have anything to do with, last names and tracking. That gets weird.
Right.
But that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, we always give away kids stuff like either pinups or books or stickers. And yeah, it's just we both work in education,
I
so
was
we
gonna
love
say,
kids.
we both work with children, so we are very like not childlike, but we relate to kids. Kids come to us like all the time. We're like kid magnets. So at the Comic-Con, the very first one we did, first off, I'm just gonna say I never read a comic book in my life. I didn't even know how to read one. So he's going, "Hun, you're gonna be my editor." I'm like, "Great, I love it." You know, I'm going to school for my English
You
degree
went off
and
track,
blah
you're
blah blah.
drinking.
Oh my god, I know. So anyway.
It's cool.
So anyway, see, I was trying to share
look
something.
at
Oh
that.
my God. So at any rate, as I was saying, I didn't know how to set up the staging. Okay. So he says, "You're in charge of the staging." Our first Comic-Con, I kid you not. He goes, our very first thing was Hero Shack Sandbox. All right. It was like, this is the guy's like, I'm going to make comics. I'm, 50 something years old. I'm just going to do it. What the hell? Right. And he started doing these comics. We called it a sandbox because in a sandbox, you kind of like make sand castles and you squish them down. That's what I was thinking. He, as a tech guy, is thinking as a sandbox in the tech world. Kind of like the same idea, but totally different. So I go to Hobby Lobby. I kid you not, spent $100. I got little mini sandboxes, cute little seashells. I think our first show was like in the summertime. I got the little rakes, and I come home and I'm like, "Look, Hero Shack sandboxes. It's a great marketing strategy." He's like, "What the frig are you like? We can't do that. Stupid." And I'm like, "Oh, it's not stupid. It's gonna be great." I'm like, "All right, I bet you it's gonna be great." I kid you not, we're standing there, on the little artist alley thing with all these other comic book creators. And we have like all the kids coming to us because they gravitated to the sandbox. They were like going through and they would get little prizes, the little seashells. And he's just sitting there going, "I can't fucking believe this is working."
Yep, I couldn't believe it.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Now, all through these Comic-Cons, the other artists are coming like, "That was ingenious. Oh my God, did you see the families?" I was finally having to say, "Okay, guys, it's time for the sandbox to close," because they wouldn't leave the table.
Well, and parents are kind of like giving
They
us the
wouldn't leave the
dirty look.
table.
The
They're
parents
like-
have bought a book.
They want to go over
And they're
to
like, "Okay,
Marvel
we bought a
Wolf."
book. Let us have our kid back." And I'm like, the sandbox was her idea. I just make the books. But it was a wonderful idea. She comes up with very creative things like that.
Very outside
The ladies
the
need
box.
to take a shot.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Woohoo!
So
Thank you,
does he
somebody.
have like a giant pair of glasses that just goes over one?
There is something coming up about the monocle,
Yes.
but I can't give away too much.
Yes.
That's very
We are
astute of
working
you.
on that.
Yes.
Yes.
For the great
Very
Cyclopean.
weird.
You got a backer.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yay.
But yeah,
How much-
everything about him is weird, and we're going to explore him the whole way.
Very cool.
Yes, he's fun. I'm dying to have him in a romance because that's going to get interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering where his mouth was.
Girl, me too.
That is another thing. I do not say anything.
I'm not allowed to talk about his mouth.
We in the actual book, there is reference to how he eats, and like the way it's drawn, you can tell it's really gross, but we cannot say just yet.
It's a secret because it's so gross that when they hired the person to train him, they showed candidates the picture of him eating the video, and people left in the interviews because it was just. Now she knows exactly what it is, but she said you can never say anything. And then when people found out I wasn't telling them, eventually we're going to have to tell them because people want to know.
Maybe.
But
Well, what's kind of funny is that Nita and I have been watching these terrible movies, and there has been a trend.
Nipple teeth. Oh my
Nipple
God.
teeth.
Nipple
Everything's
teeth
got
everywhere.
all the boobs have teeth.
Like, I'm
what
smart
the
nipple.
hell?
Oh, there's teeth on the nipple. I was
Yes,
gonna
it's like,
ask
hey,
Nicole
your
about
boobs.
chewing.
No. The other way, girl. No, the
Oh,
other way.
ah.
2 movies in a row in a 1 week. We found
Oh.
2 horror movies, and it was like, oh my God. Now I used to love looking at breasts. Now I'm like got this PTSD shit going on.
I'm
Like-
getting ideas, and they're always bad.
I can promise you, Cyclopean doesn't feed off of any teats.
No.
No teats.
Nita, we gotta take another shot.
Oh God, I'm gonna die tonight.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
awesome.
Another
you,
one.
Jack.
Woo! Good job.
The great Cyclopean.
Whoa.
Diana's even drinking. I'm gonna be
Oh dang, Lola, you wasn't ready?
I
Hold
know
on,
I wasn't ready.
Hold on, I'm gonna go again. Hold on. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Why?
Hey Chris, how much did your character change from? You said you thought of him when like you were young. Like how much
he's
did he change since he started?
tremendously. Yeah, well, when he started, he was furry. He was a furry one-eyed guy. He evolved into a leather-like skin.
Furry one-eyed guy. That's
Yeah,
what
it was
Word.
I was really strange as a child, but we evolved from the fur in my teenage years. He's had eye beams. He's been able to fly. He's had several incarnations. In fact, over the last 2 years, I've done them consistently, but we keep changing things. Cyclopean 1 is the canon of the character. This time it's sticking, and we're just running with the full story as I wrote it. But in the last 2 years, as I learned how to make comics, really, I had a lot of fun with them. So if anybody's ever curious, we have the Hero Shack series as well. But that was really my training ground, So there's a lot of rough edges, and
We look back now, we're like, pull them from the shelf.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't put those out on the stand. Those are really old.
But the good thing about those books is you can look at when you first started to where you are now, and it's only been 2 years.
Right.
2.5
So in the
years.
event
So
that I get
the
really
growth is
popular or really
huge.
good, it's going to be like a track that I'll be able to follow to be really
A journey.
cool.
It's a journey.
Right.
You guys as artists know that, it's a journey. We're always getting better and
It's always
and
fun.
whatnot.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we did is Cyclopean, out of all the characters Chris has created over the last several years,
Oh, you're going
he
to pull
is
this out.
the number one character. Again, in the beginning, I came up with all these crazy ideas. So we printed out like 5x7 of every character in his universe. And we had people vote on them. We had them all in the backdrop, and we'd say, all right, just by looking at it visually, what are you attracted to? Because I don't know. So, Violet Vamp was one, Cyclopean, Arctic Flash. Those were the three big ones. And I was tracking it. So every show at the end of the year, we could look at our data and say, okay, Cyclopean is always number one. Violet is coming in this way. And the other ones, I'm like, for whatever reason, they're just not happening. So move forward a whole year. I decided that since Cyclopean is going to be like our flagship guy, I created a little Cyclopean doll. It's a little hand stuffed doll. With
Oh, how cute.
Oh, so cute.
And I'll tell you guys, it's so funny. It's like I did them in like an hour. You can see like the arm. These are like I had them on our.
Yes, she did. She put them
decorated,
all over the staging.
People wanted to buy them, but obviously, it's just hand sewed. I didn't want it, like, God forbid they give it to a kid and they choke and come after us. But isn't that cute? So now I'm looking into actually getting these made by a professional seamstress, somebody that knows, and they'll be bigger. We're looking at, this is maybe like 4 inches. So we're looking maybe 8 to 10 inches.
That
So,
is adorable.
That is
Those
adorable.
6 inches was enough.
No, I want 8 to 10. I like
That
it
was
bigger.
a joke.
You're so bad.
I think you're right though. A lot of people would think that the smaller is going to be cheaper, but having it be bigger is going to make it a little easier to sew, which makes it faster to do. I'm in full agreement with you on that.
Exactly. So I think getting the fabric printed with our design is what I'm doing, and then I'll be manufacturing. I'll be sewing them up because at this point we're new. We're the new guys on the team, and we don't have a lot of backers. We're not where a lot of other artists are.
Well, the cool thing is every crowdfund we've done, we've successfully funded. But I always ask for $500 because that way it's low enough that we can get all our backers their books. It's easy to hit 500 when you start asking for money that you need to pay other talent. That's when it starts costing money.
Well, and that's the thing
at home.
People don't understand. They say, "Oh, you met your goal." It's like that's the bare minimum, and usually we're putting it on top of that. I would like to be able to eat too. So my question is, when people say, "Oh, you met your goal," do you think I'm fat? No. Oh, then why don't you want me to eat?
Right.
Because it's not just me. It's okay. So people don't understand this. Kickstarter takes a portion of your shipping.
Yes.
And there's always some bullshit. You want bubble wrap? Okay, that costs too. And the fewer backers you have, And the less money you make, the more money it costs you to put out because you're not getting those price breaks for those higher numbers. So it's like, well, when you print 100 books, we'll give you a price break. But if you're printing in, and if you got variant covers, now there's like a $10 fee for every variant cover that you do on top of it. And if you only sell one book, you could pay up to $20 to give someone their $20 book.
Right.
So I'm always trying to, I want to keep my people employed. I want to keep my print shop in business. I want to keep Gemini mailers in business. I want to keep my artists in business. I want to keep their kids going to hockey and baseball and food on their table, as well as my own, feed my creatures and be able to put that out. I'll tell you one of the biggest hints, because yes, books can ship in Gemini mailers. That's great. What do you do when you have a print? So now you go from maybe a $5 to $8 to a $8 to $12. And I'll tell you, an 18 by 18 box ships for the same price as an 18 by 12. If you're selling 11 by 17 prints, people don't realize a box, they only like to come in 4 to 6 inches. Clearly, men are the ones making these boxes, and you know how they're measuring, right? So when you say, can I get a box that is 2 to 3 inches deep? They go, I'm going to have to custom make that. Now you're going to have to do things like create this. And in order to create this, you have to buy 500 boxes. Where am I storing 500 boxes? And don't forget the shipping on that too. Oh, I buy from Uline. Do you know how much their shipping is? It's insane. So go to Costco Business Center and buy the 18 by 18 pizza boxes. They literally have a pizza logo on them. They ship for the same price as an 18 by 13 or a 12 by 18. You can fit all your stuff in there, and they're double walled. So they're actually a stronger box. And I'm telling people, hey, your stuff is coming hot and ready.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a great idea.
And if you want deals on, go ahead.
They only cost about 46 cents a piece, plus tax. So they are cheaper, and they're packaged smaller. You can buy them in packs of 50. So much easier.
Yeah, if you want a discount on Gemini mailers, Volt 10 will get you a discount. Gemini mailer is a sponsor of Indie Volt, so we have a discount code.
That's very cool.
You want to know how I memorized Volt 10?
How?
Don't we tell her, Meredith?
Come on, tell us.
Marion owns Lola's titties. What? 10.
I love that. I love that. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Did you tell him that?
No, not yet.
You have to tell him that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So the last book for the night is my lovely book. It's the darkest of everybody's book, I think.
Oh yeah. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
This is yours. I've seen you advertising this. I didn't realize it was yours.
It is my book. It's the first book I created, wrote.
You can write it. It's cool.
Yeah, I wrote it. And it's my first campaign.
Woo, that's awesome. Congratulations.
It comes with stickers.
It does. Yeah, so there is a fetish sticker pack that every physical backer will get. You get an awesome print by Daphne Lage. And I just added this today. Once I reach 2,500, you will get this print of Chastity. It will be in color, and it is done by Michael Watson.
Very nice.
There's the original cover. But if you want something more exclusive, get the Lola wraparound cover. It is exclusive to Indiegogo.
That's very cool.
Boy, you guys do such a great job with your pages. We need to learn from that.
This is good.
Yeah.
There's Nita's man butt.
Man butt.
There is the bottle opener key. It plays an important role in the story and is also part of the logo. And you can get it too. And there's Blair's ring. He is the evil guy behind it, the lore. And you can get his ring and feel part of the story. We did unlock another sticker. It is a holographic sticker.
Sweet.
So you guys will be getting lots of stickers. It's going to be awesome.
Got to get that sticker book out there in time for all the
There
stickers.
you go.
Right?
If you're looking for t-shirts, I have add-on t-shirts, Shocker Comics and Lore. And Fetishes A to Z is an add-on book. You can get it in the tiers. I have an artist for each fetish, and yeah, each letter is a different fetish with a write-up about the fetish. So it is kind of educational. You can learn about different fetishes.
It's very educational. I absolutely agree.
I bet your computer history is on fire.
It is.
Some research.
Here's a page from the fetish book. This is L for Lace by Jason Doobie. He actually drew me. So I was the inspiration behind this piece.
Yeah.
And Daphne Ladies pops up again. She did Z for Zentai. Or if you just want something funny or to give somebody a joke book. My
13.
unsolicited book.
13.
And, it's the first 28 pictures in my folder of dick pics. And yeah, so you get 28 pages full of unsolicited pics with the saying that they sent me along with the picture.
Oh no!
These are some classy gentlemen too. They're so intelligent.
And the artist and the colorist behind Lore is Dave the Supreme. And there's a whole bunch of tiers. Get Drawn into the Comic is out now because the pages are 100% drawn and colored, but you can still get original art. I have the ABC cover and the N for Nylons for the fetish book. Then there's a whole bunch of other tiers. You guys just gotta go check it out.
Wow.
And right now I still have my live stream special that comes down tomorrow night. If you just want Lore and unsolicited, it is $30 to get them right now. And that is my book.
In Indiegogo, you don't have like a timer on that, right? If I remember correctly, or do you?
For
Like, on Kickstarter, you have like 30 days, then it count, each day until you get to 0.
I went to 60 days.
So you do have a timer still.
Yeah, I did 60 days, and my 60 days are up. Then I went in demand after that.
Okay, and that's when it kind of acts like a store.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about trying Indiegogo at some point because I've always used Kickstarter. So
My campaign will come down August 1st.
Now, why is it going to come down if you're already going to have the books printed? You can stay in demand.
I know, but I have other plans for it.
Gotcha.
So it's going to come down August 1st.
I got to tell you, Poster Fudge was supposed to come down, and my wife has left it up, and it's driven me crazy because I'm not used to in demand. I've only done Kickstarters before.
Mhm.
And it's been great because people have ordered the book, but I'm like, how are they ordering this? I thought it was down, and she's like, nope, not yet.
Nope, I left it on.
This book, if you're
Pirate
if you're
needs
talking
to
about this book, it is Lore. It is my book. Well, I should give you the spiel of what it's about. It's about a couple who go to adult parties. Cassidy, the main character, drags her husband along because she loves going to these parties and she wants to get into the invite-only party called Lore. But to do so, you have to get noticed by Blair. They finally get invited, but they realize that they should have never tried to get in.
Speaking of never getting in, so I want to show you guys the beautiful Michigan, pure Michigan. I went outside. I snapped some pictures of the bag. I've snapped some pictures. So, all right, that's this is down the street from us.
Oh,
It's
so
flooding.
beautiful. Moisture.
Oh, well, yeah, for you, moisture. For us, it's like, what the hell? Where they're building new houses at?
Oh,
Bam. The outhouse is gonna float away.
Yeah, it is.
And I went out back. Kabang!
Oh shit.
Oh,
We're gonna have riverside property, sweetheart.
Yes.
Oh my
We are.
God.
Beautiful. So
Oh,
It's
you
gonna be-
guys, let me tell you something I learned in 2016. If it gets any closer, guys, start moving your electronics up high
Oh yeah. Well,
because
We
you're
keep
gonna
them
be worried
high
about replacing
anyways.
your furniture and shit that you're not going to be able to move and get out of the way because everybody here flooded. Everybody.
well, Michigan doesn't have flood insurance.
Well, we
Wait,
didn't
what?
have to either. We
Yeah.
weren't in flood zones. It wasn't required.
you don't have like you're not you don't. What do you mean you don't have flood insurance?
We don't have it.
Like you don't have it, or they don't provide
They
it.
don't provide
They
it.
don't provide it.
You should be able to have insurance for anything.
Yeah, no.
And it's
I don't have
supposed to
insurance if the spaceship falls on my damn house.
it's supposed to rain for 7 days straight here. Nothing but storms.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure there's a group of sinners somewhere to blame for this. And very Old Testament style. Someone needs to be punished. Listen, like this right here. I know why you like this because you think Aquaman's gonna come swimming up and look like Jason Momoa. No, Aquaman comes swimming up. He's gonna look like Gary, the homeless guy that hangs out behind Taco Bell. He's gonna smell just like it.
Oh, burn! You got to put that visual in my head, man. Ruin my night.
Nita,
Yes,
while
ma'am.
he's here, tell
Huh?
him how you figured out Volt 10.
Oh, Varian owns Lola's titties. Titties.
It's very good, very good. Oh my goodness. I just wanted to pop in. I thought I heard Lola stomping, so trying to get my attention.
No, we're actually wrapping up because I know Nita has to go.
Where's that?
I'm
shoe
good.
can, by the way?
Oh, you're good now?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, there's no shoe cam tonight, Lola. What's up?
Okay, so on backer shots, I don't do the shoe cam because if I get too drunk, I won't be able to take them off, and then I'll fall and break my ankle again. And if I break my ankle, then I'll never be able to walk. They told me that, doctor.
Well, dude,
Oh,
just do the barefoot thing.
well,
I am
just say-
barefoot.
Guys love that shit.
I'm barefoot right now.
Well, then you need the camera down there and be like, submit some shit and wiggle your toes.
Ew.
My nails ain't painted.
Yeah, well, next week.
Ew.
So I do it out of safety precaution.
Varian, do you get your toenails done?
I do not.
You should. You should go with Lola and get some pedicures.
I told him that he needs to.
Let me tell you, I make my husband go get pedicures, and he was like, eh, and then he did it, and I had him paint his nails black, and it's so sexy.
Our daughters paint C's toenails, but they're never
Right.
black. It's like pink and purple, green.
Tender bruised toes.
Pictures, or it didn't happen.
I would never. I love
Yeah.
them.
That's very nice of you.
Come on, guys. We have 4 great campaigns going right now. Let's get them more backers.
Absolutely.
Links are in the chat, and they're also in the description of the
honey,
video.
So I got a message on my Discord that people can't see this. You have this to friends only, sweetheart.
I have it on my. I have it on my
On your
YouTube too.
Right, but on your personal page, people
I
are like,
changed it over. They must have.
it's on your friends only.
They must have changed it back over.
It does that. Facebook hates us.
You just
Why-
like
why
when
do they-
people go back and forth from friends to public, they will like start on like everything I do is public because if you're stalking me, then have fun with that. You must think I'm not great.
But it is live now. Yeah, I
know.
changed it over to public when we first went live, and they must have changed it back over.
Yeah.
They knew Kara was here.
Yeah, they knew you were here, Kara. They're like, no, this must not get shown.
Something because they've done crap like that with Meredith and I, or freaking thrown me in Facebook jail over a comment about a wasabi almond kicking your ass. Like,
Mhm.
like for real, I was in Facebook jail for 3 days over that shit.
Okay, I'm sorry. Say that again. You did what?
I said, those wasabi and soy almonds will kick your ass. Talking about the spice, right?
Yeah,
Boom.
those, I know what you're
Facebook
talking
jail.
about. Those are good. Those are good.
Facebook jail automatically 3 days.
See, I always get in trouble if someone like is mean to me and says, oh, you're ugly or whatever. I'll be like, you know what, your baby's ugly, and like I don't know why they're there, and you don't see anyone bitching about it. And if you call somebody ugly, you're bullying. Like they started it. Why aren't they being, like everyone else gets to treat you like dog shit and it's fine. And then you try to defend yourself. How dare you defend yourself? I feel like I'm in elementary school again, get my ass kicked. And it's like, stop hitting me. You're suspended, expelled.
The last time Meredith and I were fucking off in each other's feed, and she said something sarcastic to me, and I typed up to her, like, I'm not even kidding. I said, if you were my child, no, she told me something about being her mom or something. I said, if you were my child, I'd beat your ass. Boom, gone. I mean, before I could even look up, I was like, where'd I go?
So we'll go over the campaigns one more time.
Yay. But on Facebook, I got to tell you, I don't do anything on Facebook or much of anything because all my coworkers are there. And during the election, I found out very quickly who was who, because anything I posted got highly scrutinized. So I just stopped posting on Facebook.
I know.
Well, and it's messed up because everyone has their reasons for what they do.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? No matter what it is.
People. I mean, on Facebook, I was having fun, and they didn't like it very much. Not much.
Now, I do have a question for you, Karen Nicole. Like the 52 card pinup, the idea of getting like that deck of cards and stuff. We've been on a few shows together. You're always coming up with something new. Where are you getting these ideas from?
God.
that beautiful brain.
I mean, because these campaigns are not easy to put together. Okay.
No.
And 52 pinups here, that takes a certain amount of planning. So now you're looking ahead. I know you are. And on top of it, right? I'm sure Fire Bitch is in the works. I'm sure you've got more music in the works. I mean, all of that stuff.
Well, it's not just me. It's not just me. My husband, Alfred Trujillo, he's a friggin' mastermind. Like, he sees how something is done and he can repeat it. He'll listen to a song. He can play it. He writes music. He's the formula guy. And I'm the throw it all in a blender guy. I'm like the weird idea, crazy, if you think too hard about it, you might lose your mind kind of person. And so together we work really, really well, because otherwise he's going to follow the pattern every single time. And I'm going to be like, fuck the pattern. And we're just going to do whatever. So the two of us together really come up with a lot of things. And he is, like I said, does not know anything about cards on this, and was like, okay, I'll come up with a template. And then you can just put the images in there and everything will run from the template. So all the full-size images are in this small template. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going through my sets and I'm picking the ones that I like. And then I had to pull out, do I like something better from this set? How is this shot clear enough? And then it was a matter of rearranging them. So if you notice that the cards are all in categories, not just suits, right? So I have if you go down, you can see all of them. So if you look at the clubs, they all look like bad girls. They all have dark hair, not black hair, but dark hair, except for Black Phantom, but she has that dark pleather look. So they all have that darker look. We've got Lady Dimitrescu. We've got Goblin Queen, Punisher, Zatanna, Domino, 66 Catwoman, and Elvira. So Elvira is my queen, because Elvira is a queen, right? Like, we know that Elvira is she's the bomb. And for every one of these suits, I did an image of me in a gown with a tiara. I am the king. Me, not in costume. I am the king in every single suit. And the Jack is like your warrior. So in this one, Vampirella, she's like this warrior babe. She's sexy. She's dark. So she is my Jack. And then my ace is a dark Christmas piece that I did. And yes, she's got red hair, but it's a very dark, dark piece. And your ace is like your sexiest one. So she's your nakediest one. So then you go to the diamonds, and they're all redheads except for Ahsoka, but her whole body's orange. So she fits in with the redheads. And my queen is my hostess from my upcoming book, Unstable Frequencies, which is a horror anthology. So stay tuned for that one. But they're all redheads. You got your Pennywise and your Jessica Rabbit and your Freddy Krueger and Daphne and Mira and Poison Ivy and Chitara. And then my ace is Regina from a story from Unstable Frequencies. And my Jack is Ahsoka, because she's a badass warrior. And then you got your spades. The Queen of Spades is Fire Bitch. And this is less dark than the clubs, because your clubs are your clubs. Like, they're a really powerful suit, but your spades are a little less, they're a little more chill. So you got your Velma and your Leia and She-Hulk and blah, blah, blah. And then I've got my piece that I did with my Facebook jail, for my ace. And then my jack for that is Wonder Woman, but it's the movie suit Wonder Woman. And then you go to the hearts, and they're all light haired. So they're all your blondes. And my queen for this one is Dolly Parton, right? Because think about it. You got Dolly Parton and Elvira, and they're like the angel and the demons on your shoulders in life, right? Like, those are like the queens of our world. So I've got the two women that are like the main women in my company that I've created, that my husband and I have created for our stories. But then we also have the real life ones, Dolly and Elvira. And the Halibel is my warrior, and my character Polygon from Nyx is my Nickety Ace. So I kind of I did have to go back and forth and balance them and move them and create them all around. We did shoot all of the kings, and then we went through what images would be good. What image would be good for a jeweled edition? You want something, poor Shannon gets all this stuff all the time where there's nothing to work with. Like, give her some place to put the jewels, please. Card Shark, obviously, with the 52 card pinup and the, and then the strip. But I will tell you the secret here. CARA NICOLE does not have a landing strip because CARA NICOLE cannot shave in a straight line.
Nice.
So, and then I've got all these different tier levels for any budget. Add-ons. The VIPs are actually going to get a medal, an actual medal that says VIP, because you know what? You deserve that if you are a VIP. And then I also have producer packs available as well. So add-ons, I've got 6 main 11x17 prints. My burger prints do really, really well. I have a whole video on it where I've got Bon Jovi's You Give Love a Bad Name, and I'm eating this burger and slapping it on my ass and all kinds of crazy shit. And I'm making fun of the Carl's Jr. commercials, and it was from when the Beyond Burger came out, and people loved that. And Alfred did finish eating that burger, and I was up to 4 that day. I could not eat anymore. I had half of it, and I was like, I just can't, but I want to, but I can't. And then we have the Social Media Diva. That's another music video we had from Fire Bitch 2, and the photo shoot from that's in that video. One of the images from that is a holofoil print, as well as our Silver Bell, which is a silver-haired, silver-suited, fun holofoil piece. So yeah, we just always, I don't know, I just work it out in my head, and then I have Lisa to help build the campaigns. Lisa Malone from Malone Management. It's like, this is what I need. Okay. And then she's like, what the hell are you doing? Okay. And then I've got a copywriter on board, as well as, an editor, and just other people, because if people don't rein me in, I will be all over the place. And let me tell you, I'm always open for ideas. Anyone ever want to just chit chat and brainstorm? Hit me up. I love doing that. And whenever you see me go, I have an idea, it's going to be bad and it's going to be brilliant.
Nice.
Awesome.
Who does, are you and your husband do the photography, or do you have a photographer that you work with for all your shoots?
My husband shoots now. I do have a few pieces from other photographers in the past, but for the most part, I only shoot with my husband for legality reasons, because technically the photographer owns the photos, and what am I going to do with a photographer owning a bunch of images?
Right.
So we keep them in-house. I also don't have to wait 6 months for something to come back.
Next on the list.
Sound of silence.
I need CARA NICOLE's energy for everything. So, yeah. So, I mean, for ours, we're pretty, I should say I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said, I put a lot into this one. We went out and just had so much, just getting so many different artists on it, trying to get so many different types of rewards. So, we're pretty happy with it. Like I said, the book itself, it touches on a lot of darker themes itself. It deals with PTSD, emotional breakdown, things like that, that come with it. So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy how it's come out. Like I said, the art's great. So,
It is.
It's
Hopefully my-
fantastic. Yeah.
Can I ask
Hopefully my
another
writing keeps up.
question?
And those camera angles are great.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I just want to know, do you have a separate colorist, or are your artist also coloring their own work?
No, so I do have a separate colorist. Kevin, I believe it's Kevin DeCastro. I have him listed in
Fantastic
the
work.
credits here. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
worked with my artist Vaughn on a couple projects. And actually, he recommended him as one of his collaborators that he likes to use because he says he works really well with his art. So, and I thought it came out great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's your colorist right there.
Yeah. So I tried to list everybody who had direct, the bulk of the work in the book. I didn't do a bio for every artist, but who did a cover. But doing the updates, I do like a Q&A section of get to know some of the cover artists, so that way people get to know a little bit more about them. And some of them, they work in mainstream comics, so people who are really into comics are fairly familiar with them already. So, but yeah, I get a lot of people asking about Vaughn and stuff.
Go check it out. This is bad. This is badass. This is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
like I
art's
said,
incredible.
yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where I figure even if nobody ever actually reads what I wrote, at least I know they'll like what it looks like. So, and I'm trying to save so much for the book itself, so people, will be surprised. So I was pretty sparse with the pages, but there's some amazing stuff he did for it. So, and he's already working on another project along as book 3 for this one. So I got it, and he's got so many projects he's working on for other creators too. So he's pretty busy.
It looks awesome.
That is amazing.
And I did back it.
Oh, well, thank you very much. So yeah, it's been fun. Like I said, Kickstarter is a fun roller coaster of, you'll have a big high, and then all of a sudden you'll have people just drop randomly, and it's like, oh well, that's no fun. So I had a whole bunch of that this week, and no one ever says why. So who knows?
That time between 2 and 3, week 2 and 3, I always go through I suck, honey. I'm depressed. I mope, and then it starts climbing back up, and I'm like, oh no, we're gonna make it. And she's like, no kidding, just relax. You always do, It's funny. That's what Kickstarter will do to you, though.
Yeah, you definitely kind of live or die by that.
Nuts. What's that?
Oh, I was saying, yeah, you live or die by that. As those numbers go up or down, you're like, oh, why am I wasting my life with this?
Yeah,
I had one backer who literally went through every tier, and it was just this whole yo-yo, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Very frustrating to have a backer. And it was just, and then by the end, because I saw a pattern happening, they went for like the super big one, then they canceled it. Then they went for the smallest one. And then it was just like back and forth. And I'm like, okay, the campaign ends in 24 hours. Where are they going to land? And they were the only one that I could pay attention to, It was weird.
Yeah, I'm debating on doing big reward tiers next time, because twice now, the previous one and this one, I had a big backer, about $800 on those, just drop. And that hurts, because you're like, oh, you've seen that number just fall so hard. And I don't know if there's enough people, or until I'm not a well-known entity yet, so people aren't going to be as, wanting to rush out and back something for that amount. But I can say I've never had anybody back it, drop it, and just go all the way down the list. That would be crazy.
That is nuts.
But I mean, and like I tell people, I know things are crazy for everybody right now, and things change. I've backed a bunch of projects, and I've had to back out of some. I try to email them though, and let them know, hey, something happened. This is why I'm dropping. But let me know the link once you're done, and I'll support it that way afterwards. So I know things happen, so I don't hold it against anybody. It's definitely a crazy feeling as you're trying to watch those numbers, especially when we were funded and then went underfunded, and then we're funded again. And I already sent out the email saying, hey, we're funded. And then I looked and said, oh, hold on. No, we're not. So that was fun.
It happens and it'll come right back.
Yeah, it did, thankfully. But it's still like, oh, I guess I jumped the gun.
I will say, though, if it goes down, you do not complain about it publicly. Bitch to your friends, your family, whatever. But do not go online. I lost $2,000. Like, no, it makes you look bad and unprofessional.
People
don't do it, and it's a big turnoff. So just.
Yeah, like I said, I don't get upset at it. Like I said, I know people. Everybody's got their thing going on. So
I had a couple of backers back out on the last campaign before this one, and I was just about to do that on our own private stream. And we had a friend come in, and he did just what you did, CARA. He said, stop. listen to me, just stop, don't say another word. And I listened to him, and then he explained it, and I was like, okay, you're right. But I was ready to just rip into that. Nope, it's not even worth it. Stop.
No,
For
you don't
some
know.
reason, in crowdfunding, any negativity is going to it just multiplies. It's not like that. Oh, any publicity is good publicity. No, they will come and suck your soul.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's
So
why my
you're like,
Facebook posts are generally, I don't post anything that's can cause debate between anybody. All my stuff is very pleasant and or it's meant to be funny. So
I've
I'm
had
very
to
much
learn.
non-confrontational.
I've had
Yeah.
to learn. I post all sorts of crazy stuff, and then, like my cousin will write me and say, "We just disowned you." Why? What did I do?
I think I've been good. I haven't had anything like that yet. Like I said, my stuff's pretty. I mean, some stuff will be, a little, on the far might offend somebody, just because they don't like a bad joke. But I'm definitely careful on what I post and what I say to people. So I try to be very pleasant in general.
You have that.
I have gotten better.
Any last things you want to say about your guys' book?
If you want to back it, we'll be happy to have you. We have made the funding, so it's going to make it. It's going to fulfill, and we're really fast on our fulfills. So this will be out within 30 days of the closing. The next one will be up for crowdfunding in a month after that, or after this. And yeah, it's going to be a blast. We hope you guys who have backed it will love it. And if you're not in yet, jump in.
And I challenge everybody to check it out. Even a $5 PDF is, if it's something like, I don't know, it's a different story. It's not your, regular superhero for sure. He is, like I said, a deaf mute, so that may turn some people off. I don't know, but I just challenge you guys to check it out. $5 PDF would be great. That way you know if like, hey, I really like this story. He's a good storyteller. He's a decent artist, etc.
Well, an interesting side note, since she keeps bringing it up, if you watch his hands during the comic book, he's actually drawn using something in ASL from his dialogue box. So we actually use dialogue boxes, but he uses ASL, so you see it in his hands when he's signing.
His hands are actually signing.
Which means I'm actually starting to learn it, but it's like, oh my gosh, you got to Google it and figure it out and watch a couple of videos and then try to draw it. Oh, yeah. ASL is crazy to draw. Yeah.
Like I said, it's a quirky story. I find it very heartwarming. I find him incredibly attractive, as odd as that may sound to some people.
Just to your husband. Your husband's a little freaked out by that.
Stop it. But yeah, so check it out. Check us out.
Yeah, please.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So guys, we are at the 1.5 hour mark. Went a little over, but that's okay. We got great books tonight. You guys need to go check all the books out. If you can't back them, just share the word about them. Share, so someone else can see it. And we are going to start with Diana and Chris. Where can we find you guys at?
The easiest place is HeroShack.com, but we are on Twitter as the Hero Shack and Princess Diana and some weird numbers.
Yeah.
But if you find Hero Shack on Twitter, you'll find her because we cross tweet all the time.
Yeah.
And we love to have friends, so yeah, come along.
We have Facebook too. Facebook. Hero Shack.
She uses the Facebook, yeah.
There's a Facebook. We have a Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah, we do have our
Instagram
stuff
is
on
an
Facebook, but I don't use that stuff so much.
He's too busy drawing, you guys. It's up to me, and I'm learning social media, learning it the hard way. Oh, that's how you tweet. It took me forever to send a tweet. Should have seen me.
She was stuck on DM because we're used to PMs. I don't know anybody old enough to remember private message, but now they're direct message, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, yeah,
anyway, stop. We don't have to tell. But I'm getting there. It's a journey, and I'm on it, and I'm loving it.
Awesome. I want to thank Lorenzo. Thanks for watching the show, and thanks for subscribing and pressing like. I really appreciate it.
Lorenzo's really cool. We see him weekly on his own show, and he comes on our Monday night or our Wednesday night show almost every week. He's awesome.
Kara, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/azpowergirl. You can find me on YouTube at the AZ Power Girl, and everywhere else, OnlyFans, Twitter, Instagram, at AZ Power Girl. And yeah, I'm everywhere as AZ Power Girl.
Awesome. Jim.
You can find me, just Jim Tanner, on Facebook. We also have Instagram, Sketchy Nuke. Also on Twitter at SNComicsArt. If you want to check us out there.
Our dead mother.
Oh, that would be me. Hey, you guys, you can find me on linktree.com/RaginAVC. That's got Ragin's links. It's got my links. It's got Nita's links. We're all over the place because if I shared all of my links, it would be a link forest. So we're trying to condense that all down. But yeah, linktree.com. I highly recommend that, especially if you didn't brand yourself with the same username across your social media. So you have a landing spot, especially if you don't have a website with a lot of traffic on it. It really helps to have that central location for all of your links.
That's definitely me.
Yeah.
Nita. Eating all the Twizzlers.
What? Oh, you can find me here on Saturdays on Backer Shots. You can find me running around wherever Meredith is, and she probably said where you can find my links. And yeah,
And Geekasm.
and Geekasm, part-time hail ho.
Hail hoes.
Hail hoes!
And if anyone wants a shirt, go to indievault.com and there are Hail Ho shirts available.
Support these bitches.
Mm-hmm.
And it's INDIE, right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And guys, the best way to track me down is go to Linktree indie_princess. All my links are there because I have many links. I'm all over the place.
Yep.
Next time you guys will see me is on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for IndieVolt Livewire, and then Geekgasm on Wednesday night, and then we're back at it for another round of Backer Shots on Saturday. And who knows what show I'll be on.
One for the road. No
I
lie.
don't have it poured. You guys can take a shot.
Do the
for me.
bottle. Do the bottle.
All right. Everyone take a shot.
All right,
The show ends.
All right.
Guys ready? Let's go.
That's weak.
Oh, shit.
Coffee.
Chester.
All right, everyone have a great night, and thanks for everyone who's watching the show. Please like, subscribe, share, spread the word about Backer Shots.
Yo, girls.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys.
Oh, you're welcome.